We're going to keep on supporting independent and artists and labels. I like to give a shout out to the Multimedia Rec Corporation, of course, and especially Side Block Jones Entertainment, which is co-owned by Multimedia Rec Corporation's own European Records Incorporated. Yesterday had a big meeting, and the meeting went very well up in the offices of the Multimedia Rec Corporation. And I feel like they really is going to keep shining. And I personally call them the hip hop version of Motown because the way it's set up. Everybody got their own task in there, but they do their thing, and they gonna keep doing their thing. I like to give a shout out also to the rest of the Multimedia Corporation, which is basically European Records itself, Boyet Records, which is going to be releasing some brand new product this year in 2016, and also all the Livonia Records with Sabotage in them, and also all the script labels under the European Records do POP Music Distribution, which is Against Grain Entertainment, which is All In Records, which is McFadden Entertainment, and also Kings County International, Side Block Jones Entertainment. And also, the last but not least, but also McFadden Multimedia Music LLC, shout outs to Crazy E and BLSNYC. But before I get off this air to play more music and get Ash Hawkins get on, I would like to talk about some things that I've been talking about for a while, and I try to bring it up again. I try not to, but you see, this is the reason why we got to start looking at ourselves as Americans if you want to be treated as an American in this country. Okay, I understand that your ancestors came from Africa. That's not an issue. We understand your black ancestors came from Africa. But the fact is, when you have Donald Trump go in here and say some crap about how we should ship all black people back to Africa, black people that never set foot in Africa that was born in this country. Let me show you the right reason why I don't like this term African American. So I'm saying it again. That's why I don't like the term, because here's a man whose mother actually was an immigrant herself. He was an immigrant, and he was born through her. And for some reason, he had the nerve to talk about, black people need to get shipped back to Africa, like we wasn't over here longer than his own mother. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you, folks, about that term, because you got white people like him who basically think that they are real Americans, and we are just imposters who living on this land, who basically only over here for one thing and one thing only, that's to be slaves. And we are not Americans. We are, and that's the point I'm trying to make. So now you got people over here who think that we're not Americans, and you got people in Africa who think we are Americans, and that's the point I'm trying to make. So it's saying like black people in America is on their own. We on our own. This is why I say the term black American makes more sense. Because I knew that. We are our own. You got people in this country who's white who think that we are not even Americans, and you got people in Africa who think that we're not Africans. Because we're not living in America. We live in America, born in America. So why do you think I say I'm black American? I know some people will say, well, why you just don't say you're a black African? Well, I tell you why, because I don't have no birth certificate that's in an African country name. That's the point. So I'd rather call myself American before I call myself a black African. Not because I'm sure my ancestors. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my fucking life. Because every time I look at my family, I see nothing but dark-skinned people. That's the dumbest shit. I don't know why people think that of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about on the line. I ain't talking about everybody. A lot of people don't understand it. But this is what I'm trying to say. You call yourself African American, they see it as a hyphen. They don't see it as you saying about your ancestors. They see it as you saying you got two dual citizenships. Because they say African hyphen American. And don't say it, so what they tell you right there is you're a dual citizen. And you should not be a part of this country because you're a dual citizen. That's what you say when you call yourself that. No, we are Americans. It's that simple. We're black? Yes, we're black. We are Americans, though. But if you keep on calling yourself that term, You can't get mad when a white person like Donald Trump say go back to Africa. You can't get mad. You can't get mad. How can you get mad? How? Tell me how.
Man, I'm mad, man. And I know how I'm mad, but Donald Trump got money and I'm voting for him.
No, that's the point. And that's the thing I'm trying to make. Like let's let these people know we are Americans like they are. And don't let these people decide to bring you down and say you're not, because the fact is they think they own this country. When his own mother was an immigrant. Black people in America is more American than him himself. His mother was an immigrant from Europe. But we act like we have all the immigrants. They're calling us by this fucking term that Jesse Jackson made. We're not immigrants, man. We wasn't immigrants for a long time. We actually helped build this country. We should be considered as American as anybody else in this country. Our ancestors built this country for free. So don't let nobody tell you that you're not an American. Don't let the Afrocentrics tell you that you're still an African, even though you don't have no fucking rights over there. When you get your ass go over there, and don't try to compare yourself to people like the Italians and the Chinese. Like I told you before, half of them are only like 3 to 5 generations strong in this country, and a lot of them follow their culture from the countries that their ancestors came from, which we don't. All right, that's why a Chinese person will still might not have a problem with somebody calling them a Chinese American, or by Italian might not have a problem calling themselves an Italian American, or somebody calling them Italian American, or even say they're Italian, because they go by Italian culture. Like I said, it's more to take more to be an African than just being black, man. I keep telling people that shit, but nobody want to listen to me. So hey, Donald Trump gets to why he's saying what he's saying. Remember, his mother was an immigrant. Our people been over here for a long time. But he thinks he's the true American. You see how that works? But then again, how can you say anything when you call yourself an African American? Like, you can get mad. I knew this was coming. Now they looking at now people like Trump is looking at us like they look at Mexican immigrants. You see how that works? And I'm not saying that Mexican immigrants are a problem. I'm just saying that they'll call Mexican Americans for a reason, because a lot of them are actually from Mexico, who actually either came here legally or came here legally. People are African descent, black African descent, been over here longer than that, and we deserve to be treated like we're Americans. But like I said, you're gonna act like you're you're an immigrant. They're gonna treat you like an immigrant. That's all I gotta say about that. Okay. Anyway, let's get on some other stuff. And I think Ash Hawkins want to say something.
Yo, man. Why you stop, man? It was getting juicy. Y'all know it was getting juicy. Mr. Brad always does the rant. You know what I'm saying? That's the most important part of the show.
No,
I have to say that's the most important part of the show. The Ash Hawkins and Mr. Brett show. Yes. We still here. We've been doing it how many years?
We've been doing it since 2008.
08.
No, 2009, 2010.
Okay, 09, 2010.
Yeah.
That's still a minute.
Yeah. If anybody don't know
35th episode.
Yeah. If anybody don't know about the Asshole and Mrs. Bread show, we didn't start it with our own radio station. Our show came from another radio station that we started through a mutual friend. He had helped us get on down with a radio station back in 2010. I'm not gonna say the name of the radio station because we not cool with them no more, and I'm not gonna give no shine. Don't say it. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the name, but guess what? We was on there for how long?
We was on there for a whole year, and we actually was the best show.
Just tell them one more time. How long we was on there?
We was on there for the whole year, and we was the best show.
Number one show. Number one show. Same title. Ash Hawkins and Mr. Brett show. And I'm pretty sure some of y'all that listen to us from that show are listening to this show.
No, you mean that radio station.
Well, I thought you didn't want to pick him up, Mr. Brad.
No, I said that rail station. I ain't say the name. I said that rail station.
Oh, okay. My bad.
We came from that rail station and did our own rail station because we didn't like the fact of how they was treating us at that rail station. And so we took our show and made our own rail station, and that's how we here now. We here now as the Ash Hawkins Mr. Brett show on Real Vision Radio.
www.realvisionradio.com, Real Independent Media Group.
That's right. And we're gonna keep more. Oh yeah, by the way, I want to say something to some of these artists out here who think that we are a joke. I'm gonna be posting up a video soon of the Top Lodge Entertainment in the building of Multimedia Corporation, because like I said, Multimedia Corporation co-owns Top Lodge Entertainment through European Records Incorporated. So I'm gonna show you that, and and y'all gonna see what we about, because some of your artists don't get it out there. And so all your artists out there that are trying to sneak your way into our company, knowing darn well that we might have problems later on, because of certain people that we don't deal with anymore, and you know that the people that we don't deal with anymore is still the person the people we deal with had kicked them out or whatever, and y'all trying to come through that way, but act like y'all don't know them people. They got another thing coming. We don't mess with snakes. Okay, so I'm letting you know that right now. And oh yeah, by the way, speaking of black people in Africa and all that stuff, I forgot to tell you about Dame Dash's cousin, which is Stacey Dash. What she said about banning Black History Month and all that stuff. Personally, it's sad that we have to have a Black History Month, but we have to have one. We have to have one because in America, if they had a choice, they would not even acknowledge Black Americans what they did in this country if they had the choice. Like Tim Wise once said, when he got mad at when some white people, and I'm saying all white people, so don't get it twisted. When I say some white people was getting mad about why they have a Black History Month and they don't have a White History Month, and Tim Wise said it best. He said, "Y'all do have White History Month. It's called March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January." That's why we don't have a White History Month. You know? And we don't call things like literature, like you said, literature, white literature, but we just call it literature. And it's true. It's like white people in the country don't even call themselves European Americans. They call themselves Americans, or they call themselves white Americans. Same shit. You know. So that's the point I'm trying to make. And so I understand what Stacey's trying to say, but this is not the time, baby. This is not the time, sweetie, to be doing that. Not the time to be saying, "Oh, we need to get rid of Black History Month because we need to come together as Americans." That's great. I'm with you for that, because I talk about all the time how we all should be Americans. I'm putting typing in our names, but we all know about the system too. And we know that the system is very flawed when it comes to treating minorities. So therefore, we have to keep this stuff up. Because they wouldn't talk about us at all. I had to learn later on about Crispus Attucks, about how he was the first person to die for take a bullet for America, and he was a black man. You know what I'm saying? They won't teach about that, but they'll teach about the black man who actually was so-called as the first slave owner. They teach about that with no problem, and try to throw up in your face and black people's face say, "Yo, with the first person that was the first slave owner was a black man." They'll throw that up in your face quickly as possible, but they'll never throw up in your face. They'll never tell you about Crispus Attucks, how he was the first person who died for America, to be an independent country, who was a black man. They will never teach you that. And that's why Black History Month need to be still here. You know? Like I said, black people, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that we shouldn't be taught about the black man who actually, I forgot his name, who actually was the first slave master. I feel like we should teach both sides because I love the fact that black people had a lot to do